All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Yakim out there laboring of the hopeful elect, that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And pretty much, there's a new round of allegations going on. And this time it's within the Biden administration. Now, this pretty much is going to be on a collision course with the allegations that are going on with the Trump administration, or pretty much with Trump himself, and pretty much trying to, damper his run for the 2024 elections. Now, these ongoing allegations between both, president and former president will basically, this will be the segue into, next fall's presidential election. And at the end of the day, this is pretty much a distraction. So why the media, which is a powerful branch, of Edom, and he'll use this tool to distract the minds of the people, and best pretty much know that there's wickedness going on behind the scenes while this media circus will be going on. Okay, now this video, pretty much I got this the clip of this from the elder brother head to Chicago. Pretty much he had put this video up, and pretty much it behooved me to to kind of put my spiritual 2 cents on this, and what does it actually mean at the end of the day, because truth be known that this is these two political parties are pretty much disposable. They pretty much the unseen hand, the powers that be, was going to use them to the best of his ability to pretty much carry out his agenda and what he wants, and create his own new narrative, and channel the people into conforming to a new kind of way of thinking, but it's pretty much him setting the stage on pretty much what he wants to do on the earth, so without any further ado, I'm gonna play this video.
News alert: the Treasury Department has just agreed to give House Republicans full access to the hundreds of sketchy wire transfers connected to the Biden family. This means Republicans will finally get their chance to bring new evidence to the table on the money flowing in from everywhere: China, Ukraine, Russia, Romania, and wherever other international scoundrels the Bidens were in bed with. Now, this really is bad news for the Bidens. For 2 years, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's been running this cover-up, and now we know why. We're learning from the House Oversight Chairman James Comer that aside from Hunter and Biden's brother, Jimmy the Chin, there may have been another Biden who was getting money from overseas.
They started wiring money to Biden family members, plural. And there were 3 different Biden family members that received a cut from that $3 million, including a new Biden family member that's never before been included in any of these investigations.
Okay, so there's another Biden involved. Who could it be? Is it Joe's younger brother, Frankie Four Fingers? Is it Jill? When she's not kissing Doug, is Jill the brains behind the op? Is it Joe's naughty niece? You remember Naughty? The one who was caught in a credit card fraud case after spending $100,000 on makeup with stolen plastic? And then Uncle Joe got her a job with one of his donors? Well, investigative reporter Paul Sperry is hearing it may actually be Naughty's mom, Sarah Biden, the wife of Jimmy the Chin, and Joe's sister-in-law. Sperry's sources say the money trail's leading back to a shell company that Lady Chin set up with her husband, Jimmy. So what's Lady Chin doing handling millions of Chinese dollars in a shell company? Well, it turns out Chinette's been in the family game for a while. Back in 2004, when Lady Chin was an attorney, she was working for one of Joe's biggest campaign donors, Leonard Barrick, who just also happened to be the former finance chair of the DNC. But according to lawsuits against the double chins, Lady Chin was using the job to court clients and generate business for her husband's consulting firm, the same firm that got wired millions from China. And the lawsuit alleges Sarah's firm was paying for her and the Chin to fly overseas. to places like France and Italy and Hawaii. Now, was this all a coincidence? Or is Sarah Biden the smoking gun for the whole family op? Or is Sarah Biden the smoking gun for the whole family op? Representative James Comer is the Oversight Committee chairman. So, Congressman, you're going to get your hands on these suspicious wire transfers from Yellen, but you're also making progress where else?
Well, we have bank records. We have bank records from one of the 13 banks in hand that were used by the Biden family members in these business schemes. So these bank records prove that the Bidens did receive money through a shell company from the Chinese Communist Party. So this is the first link. Hopefully within the next 48 hours, we'll have more bank records from another bank, and we're just going to keep following the money. We know from our sources that have come in, the whistleblowers, where the money trails are. And of course, the Democrats have denied it. The White House has denied it. There's no denying it now with the bank records. And now Treasury's forced to have to give us the suspicious activity reports because they acted all along like there was nothing there. Well, I can assure you there's something there, and everyone knows it now.
From the bank records that you've seen so far, what can you tell us? What was the money for exactly?
That's a great question, and that would be a great question for the media to ask the Bidens. They got money from people directly linked with the Chinese Communist Party for what? You know, for years we've heard, well, it was because of a business deal, it was an energy deal. I don't see any energy deal here. All I see are transactions from China to an LLC, which was essentially a pass-through, and then deposits into the Biden account from that LLC. It doesn't show any business activity, and on where it says in the wire for the purpose, it's left blank. So we don't know what that money was for, but I don't see any business activity here. It looks like it was influence peddling, and if so, that's illegal. That's called lobbying. You have to be a registered foreign agent, and you know, we don't see any evidence of that.
All right, well, keep us posted on what you see.
And this is something that Jake's been getting hip to, because we have Prize, which is pretty much a member of the 90s group Fugees that featured Wyclef Jean and Lauryn Hill, and pretty much he's in the middle of a situation similar to this. So Jake is pretty much hip to creating an LLC and pretty much, which is a shell company, and which is a no activity company, and doing wickedness through it. Being able to receive maybe loans through it, getting hardship loans from the government, and pretty much using that shell company to basically funnel the money through that shell company and put it into their own accounts. So this is the reason why you're gonna start to see these IRS agents going after pretty much people have done the same wickedness, man. Behind the scenes, you see, but this is all fiat money any goddamn way, but now this right here is going to play on the emotions of the people and the whatever political allegiance, an individual may have, supporting Trump and supporting Biden, and it's going to be on a collision course for the upcoming elections, which is in the fall of next year. So this story will surely have legs and carry. Pretty much it's not just allegations now. They actually have receipts, like the brother said, and pretty much they have bank records, man, that follow the money. You see? All right, and this is how they pretty much catch people red-handed, man, is following the money, and this is pretty much going to have legs and go throughout pretty much through next year, and I pretty much think that Trump's case was re-adjourned to next year. So they're gonna save this here, and then meanwhile, while the masses and the people are distracted with this media circus, trust and believe that this wickedness is gonna be going on. So with that, let's go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10, and it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. The wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me." This man is pretty much, the leader of this world. He can change laws, and pretty much, everybody's gonna fall in line and do what he wants you to do. Okay, and pretty much, he's gonna twist and turn pretty much a new narrative is going to come out of this behind the scenes, man. You see, whatever this man plans to do behind the scenes while people are distracted, we're on to that. You see, and it says, therefore shall evil come up upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And pretty much, while you're trying to do wickedness on the domestic front, pretty much foreign policy is pretty much falling apart. And these countries are basically forming an alliance against this place. And pretty much this place is really alienating itself even from its own allies, man. This place is becoming financially and politically, as far as foreign policy is concerned, isolated, man. Okay? And people are pretty much taking their business elsewhere. So this place is pretty much on as far as on paper, it's done, man. All right. The dollar's already been, the plug has already been pulled from it. Okay, and this is really how they want the course of it to go. Okay, you see, but you're dealing with people's emotions now, so now things are going to get hot, man. On the domestic front and pretty much on the foreign policy front, man. You see, okay, because not only are these countries pretty much aligning themselves, pretty much and doing trade with each other, and to avoid sanctions. They're also going to be teaming up militarily, man. Why? It's because they have to protect their best interests at hand. Okay? So, we're going to start to see, the Lord through his work, man. Okay? All right? Because this man is not going to get off scot-free, man. Okay? He pretty much thinks that his way to go is going to be to his glory, but it's only leading really to his destruction at the end of the day. Okay? So one of the things that's going to take place, really, let's go to Isaiah chapter 19. Start at verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the Lord said, man, a kingdom divided shall not stand. So this is pretty much going to be playing on the minds of the people, emotions of the people. Pretty much you're going to have civil unrest along with the plunging economy and this political circus where people still want to be entertained with, man, because of their political affiliation, whatever that may be. But this right here is going to be pretty much on the cusp of added to the fuel of fire of civil war, man. Okay? You see? And it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And the whole Americana thing is gone, man. Okay? And pretty much if people are so slowly waking up to the fact that that old glory and white picket fence, man, is going to be no more. You see? Right? And it says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. And pretty much, man, all of the enchantments and the Lord said that they're wary of that, man. It's going to really come to naught. You see, the council is pretty much going to be to their own destruction. All right. This is why this man is going to be moving without any discretion or any type of real understanding, man. The Lord had laid a snare for this man. Okay, and we're going to start to see that. All right. Hey, we see it. We see it. We all see it through the Spirit, man. All right. Let's go from there. Let's go to. Let's go to Psalms real quick. See, I had that scripture down. Psalms. Let's see. See if I got that right. Psalms 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And this is what's going to be working behind the scenes while this whole media circus is going on. Right? Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And behind the scenes, man, they're basically speaking of their heart's desire of what they're gonna do, man. You know, it says, right, verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly do they shoot and not fear. You know, pretty much, you know, everything that is going on is really for the sake of trying to shut this word down, man. You know, and trying to ban the scriptures, man. You know, these pretty much are the you know, the how they shooting in secret, man. Okay, all right. They're setting up everything pretty much to line up with coming against this truth, you know. But it says suddenly do they shoot and fear not, okay? Because they know that once they make their move, that Yahweh Bashim Amashai is going to make his move. But the Lord, what, is going to harden this man's heart, man, to come after us, okay? And basically, they're going to fear not, okay? Why? It's because the Lord ultimately really hardened their heart, just like he did with Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? And just like the scriptures say in Romans 9, just how he had raised Pharaoh up, that he might show his power, all right, when he brings him down, man. You see? All right? And this is going along the same lines of how this Lord is setting up this damn man. You see? And pretty much, man, you know, they're plotting, man. Okay? All right? They're plotting. And they're pretty much, man, another thing, too, is that they're trying to take out the firearms from out the hands of the people. Now, you got to realize that a lot of these... and it's for another topic though, but I want to touch on it real quick about a lot of these shootings that are going on. You got to realize that these shootings are going on in very gun friendly states. You know, like the one in Louisville, Kentucky, which has very lax laws concerning firearms, and pretty much half the country's states, half the states in this country, pretty much have a lax law on firearms, man. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to take out the power that their people have, man. So when they do make their move, that little resistance is being made. But really, that's for another topic. But pretty much the narrative is really the underlying of how they're going to pretty much establish new laws, man. Okay? And you know where I'm going with that, man. Okay? Okay? They got to take the strength, the strength, the people's hand, the strength that they have, okay? All right, which is that Second Amendment right. They're trying to take that away. You see, and it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately, saying, "Who shall see them?" So you want to talk about your little false flags, or whatever else you want to say, on whatever narrative that it is to you know, twist and turn the people's emotions and whatever they're doing, and then pretty much, you know. Next thing you know, when the people look up, you know, you got one more thing that's taken away from you, man. Okay? You see? All right? But pretty much, man, you're going to start to see this man pretty much come out from behind the curtain, man, and show his true horns, man. You know? All right? So with that, I want to go with, let's go to Revelation 13. Let's see. Let's start at let's go and start at 11. Okay? This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up from out of the earth, and he have two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And pretty much that dragon is pretty much going to be the one that's speaking behind this whole political, you know, circus that's going to be going on, okay, between the Democrats and the Republicans, which is really those two horns, you know. But what you're going to come out of that is going to be the voice or the speakings of the dragon, man, okay? Because these two parties are extendable by the hands that the powers that be, the unseen hand. These are the front men. From over all these years, okay, and they're pretty much he doesn't need them anymore, okay, why? It's because between this whole thing that's going on between the people's emotions and the political ideology, you know, and the media circus, he's gonna work his wickedness behind the scenes, man, okay. And it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And really the Roman Empire pretty much, he exercises that same power that he had. This was the deadly wound that was healed. This is the second leg of a Roman Empire, pretty much that little horn, which is America, man. Okay, and pretty much taking on the spirit of that Roman Empire, man. Okay, and it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and pretty much that's the way how it became a superpower on the earth. And pretty much when he dropped those bombs on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, pretty much, and he became that great superpower, and through the force of the sword has wreaked havoc on the earth, and pretty much gathered the resources as the dust of the earth. Okay, and pretty much now we're at the end of this thing. You see, and this is the snare that the Lord has set up for this man. Okay, this man is at the end of his run, so to speak. All right, and pretty much his own counsel is bringing him to his own ruin. Okay, and it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell in the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And this man is pretty slowly bringing in his agenda through gradualism, okay, which ultimately is going to lead to that C-hip, which is the MOTB, okay, and pretty much, a whole funneling of this, the way that this man is moving towards that, man. Okay, case in point with the new app Fed Now, and with that whole transition of financial navigation, okay, of how this country will do things financially, and the people have to subscribe to this whole thing, man, to that new app, pretty much. Okay, right? And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And if you don't come along the lines of this man's ideology and pretty much conform to what he has on that silver platter, pretty much that C-hip, which he's going to institute, okay, all right, you're pretty much going to be somebody that he needs to dispose of at the end of the day, man. You see? All right? But this is all leading to that C-hip at the end of the day, man. Okay? Which is the MOTB. All right? I'm not going to go do 16 and 17 because we already know what that is. All right? But pretty much, the segue into how he's going to continue to get there, and how he's going to pretty much have to go through different means of taking away the power of the people to pretty much accomplish this, man. Okay? He's going to try to accomplish this with very little resistance at the end of the day. Okay? And pretty much this will be the segue into this man pretty much taking away more rights from the people, man. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashir Wakakodash, Shalom.